Hey guys, this is Robonats1 here, and I'm here to do a comic book haul for this week. You may get a comic book haul next week, as I literally got half the books. So yes, hi. First of all, before we launch straight into the books, I just wanted to quickly review Fight Club 2. It's this free little comic by Dark Horse, more setting up a story. But I just wanted to quickly talk about it, as I didn't talk about it in my last comic book haul video. So, I did finally watch Fight Club, at the beginning of the year. I thought it was okay. It had interesting elements in the movie, but it wasn't something I quite got into. But, Fight Club 2 basically sort of continues on the story. And we basically see Edward Norton's character basically continue to have these continue to struggle with life. And he continues to, have to take pills, just to control the various mental instabilities that he has. He does marry Helena Bortnelli's character. I'm not sure if her name is Helena. The girl who plays the Red Queen in Alice in Wonderland, the live action version. So yeah, he eventually marries her. Bunch of crazy stuff happens. It's a very, very short read. And I mean, I suppose I'm interested in maybe picking up Fight Club 2. Yeah. Anyway, so now we will get into the books for this month. For this week, sorry. So I have Darth Vader issue 3 and Darth Vader issue 4. I also have Black Vortex Guardians of the Galaxy issue 25. Legendary Starlord Black Vortex issue 10. Black Vortex Cyclops issue 12. And Uncanny X-Men issue 32 and 33. So let's start off with Uncanny X-Men, as Uncanny X-Men was my worst pick of the week. I was really, really disappointed with these two issues. Normally Uncanny X-Men is is a really good title for me, and I tend to have problems with the title, but not to this degree. This is kind of a huge letdown for both issues and kind of the entire series. But let me just explain to you the story. Basically, Havoc has joined Cyclops' team. He's left the Uncanny Avengers and is joining his brother's team, only to find that everyone has left Scott Summers' school, and it's revealed in flashbacks that Scott Summers basically shut down the school. He sent everyone to the Jean Grey school, and basically Scott Summers is kind of deciding whether he's going to turn himself in. And through various discussions with both Emma and Havoc, we do learn that basically the revolution was an empty threat. Basically, Scott Summers basically came to believe that the only way humanity would leave the mutant population alone is if he just made an empty threat. And that is a huge letdown for me. Because I thought this whole revolution was really interesting, and throughout the run of Uncanny X-Men, I have wondered, what is this revolution all about? And it turns out to be nothing. And I just felt a bit disappointed, and I'm sort of with the students of the X-Men school in feeling just a little bit let down by the revelation that it's just an empty threat. I thought the conversation between Emma and Scott was okay. Basically, Emma still likes Scott Summers, but Scott's not. As far as he's concerned, Emma cheated on Scott, and he doesn't like that because he sees Namor on her, and it's I thought the interaction with Havoc was great, but this issue just was a very, very disappointing issue. And this issue, I don't know what the hell this issue is supposed to be. Basically we have Illyana and Kitty Pryde go to Monster Island, to basically go find a mutant called Bo. And Bo is the most cutest kid ever. She kind of does remind me of an Asgardian in a little way. But first off, art inconsistency. The art is different to this artwork. And for those of you who follow my Uncanny X-Men reviews, that has been one of my biggest complaints. So, but it's just, the issue just felt like, what the hell am I reading? And also, some of the dialogue was just really, really babyish, and it really irked me. So these two issues were meh at best. Get rid of that. So now I'm going to get on to the Black Vortex reviews. Now I have been really enjoying Black Vortex, but none of my comic book stores seemed to be selling them. So I'm kind of at the moment mismatching a lot, and I haven't read like 4 issues. So I was initially very confused about what was going on, but I managed to catch up very quick. In Guardians of the Galaxy issue 25, which is the 7th chapter in the book, Hank McCoy is mourning over his failures. Because the old Hank McCoy basically believed that having this cosmic power would explain how he could fix the time stream and send the original X-Men's younger selves back in time. And unfortunately, he realizes that time is basically fucked. Time is really screwed. And it's very, very interesting because having this cosmic power isn't helping him understand the events that are leading to Secret Wars. Basically, the Age of Ultron comic book really changed, something about that really splintered the time stream and everything is on a collision point towards Secret Wars. And it's interesting to see Beast having to try and work all of this out. Meanwhile, we have Captain Marvel trying to appeal to the Kree Empire. But when things go south, this basically leads to an all-out brawl against the Kree Empire, which leads to their destruction as well. The Kree elements were really interesting. First off, I love the artwork in this book. The artwork was really good. And just seeing the Kree Empire kind of be destroyed was a really, really cool moment in the book. And we get to see more of Jean Grey's power as well. Jean Grey's power seems to be, the young Jean Grey's power seems to be kind of similar to the Phoenix, but kind of based on psionic energy. And it was just a really, really cool moment in the book. So really, really interesting stuff. So we then kind of miss a chapter and then move on to Legendary Starlord issue 10, which has brilliant artwork. I really liked this artwork. So basically, Knife and Thane basically convert Spartax into an amber-like substance, which then allows the Brood to basically feed off the people living on Spartax. And this forces the team to basically have to fight the Brood. And in Cyclops issue 12, basically Cyclops and Groot and Iceman basically escape from their prison and basically submit to the Black Vortex to allow themselves to escape. I think it's very, very interesting that Beast is not more worried that his younger self is encased in amber and is currently being eaten by Brood. In Battle of the Atom, it was established that if the younger selves are harmed in any kind of way, this might lead to the possibility of erasing the older X-Men. And this is what I can't understand. Why is Beast not more worried that his younger self is possibly being killed? So that didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Now, I am not a big fan of Kitty and Starlord. I'll be honest. This is my first real, real interaction with them as a couple. They're a sweet couple, don't get me wrong. But it's just a bit nary to me. I don't care if they still remain a couple, if they don't remain a couple. It's a very weird thing, really. And Star-Lord's father has to be one of the ultimate badasses in the world. Because Star-Lord's father is basically very, very evil. And it's really weird, because when Star-Lord was first introduced, at the beginning of Marvel Now, he seemed like a good man. And it's very, very weird to see Starlord's father become a full-on villain. It's a very, very interesting transition. So, in Cyclops issue 12, first off, can I just say I love this artwork. I really, really do. I loved Jean Grey and the Phoenix, Cyclops and his father. I just really, really love this cover. But the issue itself isn't really great. First off, I don't know entirely what's going on in Cyclops, as I only really picked up the title to read Black Vortex. But basically they escape and they submit to the Black Vortex and they become these they get these ridiculous costumes, for that. Like Cyclops looks like the armored version of Daredevil. Groot looks really weird, and Iceman looks like an alien. It's really, really weird, and I don't entirely like it. But yeah, all in all, guys, that's Black Vortex for you. So now we have my the comics that I liked, and this is Darth Vader issue 3 and Darth Vader issue 4. So basically what we have here is we have a human woman called Aphra, and basically she's this archaeologist of droids. And basically she goes around the galaxy finding old droids. And she's basically hired by Darth Vader after she steals the 000 Matrix. And she's basically hired by Darth Vader to basically create a droid army for himself. And in the process, Aphra manages to activate these two protocol droids who look very much like R2-D2 and C-3PO. And then they head to Genosha, where they discovered this droid army. We also have the Emperor's, one of the Emperor's contacts, one of the Emperor's bounty hunters basically revealed that the Emperor is finding new apprentices to replace Darth Vader. So just very, very interesting stuff. First off, Kieran Gillen has definitely improved on the voice of Darth Vader. He's definitely improved on the characters, and he's improved overall from the last two issues. So we basically have this new character called Aprax. And Aprax is kind of, again, is an archaeologist. And I really, really like that she is a strong female character. And I get this feeling that Darth Vader is going to be reminded of Padme through looking at this girl. And I think that's going to begin the conflict that we see in his character. So I really, really liked the character of Aprax. I thought she was really, really cool. She was a really, really cool character. I also think it's interesting that we're seeing R2-D2, many elements taken from the prequel trilogy, and we're seeing it play out in this comic. Like we're seeing like these two droids, these two droids, and don't they not just look very similar to R2-D2 and C-3PO? It's very, very interesting to me. Also, it should be noted that C-3PO that 000 has sort of that HK I can't remember what it's called. That HK droid from the Old Republic games. And it has kind of that vibe, but also a mixture with the C-3PO personality. It's very, very interesting. So yeah, Darth Vader is again my pick of the week. Very, very good 2 issues. And my cover of the week has to be this one. I really like this cover. So, quick update for you guys. Sorry that I didn't manage to get Arrow and Flash uploaded. I know I said I would, and I also said that I would get the Game of Thrones reviews done. I ran out of time. I've had a very, very busy week, and I kind of run out of time. I'm going to try and get the Flash and Arrow review done today. But I'm predominantly working on these Marvel Cinematic Universe reviews. And they're taking a long, long time. Please click the links here for those Marvel Cinematic Universe reviews. I have done a lot, I've done a lot to make those videos, and I would like people to watch them, basically. I will be seeing Age of Ultron again. I will be seeing Age of Ultron next week, or the coming week. And I will basically give you guys a non-spoiler review for that when I watch that movie. And you will receive basically a spoiler review once the Americans get their are able to watch the movie. So that's stuff that's coming very soon for the channel. And I shall see you all again later. Bye.